Football. Broncos country. Fuck 'em.
Oh, what's up, boys? Rod Smith?
Is that Rod
Oh.
Smith making the? Oh wait, man, you had me going there for a minute.
I thought that Rod Smith was really there. Weird.
You know, I'm happier it's you though.
What's up, boys?
What's up?
You know,
Yeah. I have a
Wednesday.
new water bottle. It's not relevant. You know the big one I've been drinking? I left it in the car in the Florida heat, kind of just. So this isn't new, but this is like what I've been using for working out and stuff. So
this is Broncos country.
Broncos country. Let's cry.
it looks like it's been ridden on,
It's definitely been ridden hard.
not flaccid.
Power bottom.
Well, that's how our intros go. I'm James. Jimothy's in the middle, and Joe's on the end. We got the fraud sandwich now.
Damn it!
We like to mess with it. It's fine.
You're messing me up. I'm
It's
trying to
good.
point.
It's good.
You know how hard pointing is on this show.
Well, I know how hard pointing is in real life.
Back
There's
to
the
flaccid.
TikToks down below. So other than me not getting a new water bottle, I have to throw the other one away. But how was your guys this week so far? Or since last time?
6-0 win by the Avs last night. Let's go. Nuggets continue to dominate.
Chef
Let's go.
notifications turned on.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Puppy's in trouble. There he is. There he goes.
Oh no!
Not let's
trouble.
go. It's there he goes. No,
There
not
he
let's go.
goes.
There he goes.
Never again.
Never again.
No more
Never
puppies, I guess. Breaking news. No more puppies in the Seidel household. That's it. Last one right there.
Oh no!
The shit has hit the floor, probably. That's probably what happened.
Your table.
She said that before we got him.
broken.
It's broken.
She said that before we got this puppy. So I think we're all right.
We heard you the first time.
He didn't acknowledge me. Acknowledge me.
Okay, Roman Reigns. I'm Team Sammy.
Same.
Gingers.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. This should just stay up the whole time. Emphasis on the I. Yeah, we got some free agency talk to talk about, so let's just jump right into it.
Let's go.
The biggest thing to not happen yet is where will Lamar Jackson end up? The Ravens placed the non-exclusive franchise tag, which means anyone can sign him now, and it looks like currently nobody's budging.
Well, not yet.
Currently,
Not yet.
They can't. So they can't yet. Next week.
March 13th. Legal tampering, whatever that means. I mean, I'm sure there's talks.
Don't want to lose a first round pick like the Dolphins did.
Just an L organization.
I mean, so is that like a teaser? Can we see Lamar in Miami?
They're one of the teams I'm seeing around on it. Seeing them, Vegas, New York, Washington, and back with Baltimore. I think those are the top teams I'm seeing the most with, anyways. I don't know. All I can say is I don't want him on the Raiders because we don't need even more quarterbacks over here. We don't.
I mean, in my mind, there is 24, 25 teams that should most definitely be interested. At least talking to them, feeling it out, seeing what the number is.
Not only that, if you have the money, like even if you have a quarterback, if you have the money, you should do it because you can trade him for more than 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, I mean it's a bargain. It's no matter which way you look at it, in my mind, it's a bargain to get him.
Mhm.
I mean, 2 first-round picks. I mean, Russell Wilson, who I still think is a very good quarterback, but got 2 firsts and 2 seconds.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, Lamar Jackson is worth a lot more than Russell Wilson is at 31.
Mhm.
I mean, and Lamar has obviously got MVP votes to his name.
You love bringing that up.
I mean, Geno Smith does too, so Seattle signed him. So, I mean,
Apparently they only signed up VP vote getters,
yeah, that's why they let
although they
Russ
did
go.
give him a big contract.
I'm just going to ask those two combined, how many playoff wins they got?
Um,
I carry the 2.
I'm also going to ask which one of those quarterbacks were carried by Marshawn Lynch and Legion of Boom. That was
None of them.
but it was really my pen.
None of them.
How many playoff wins does Russell Wilson have after they didn't run the ball?
Dude, I don't even remember how long ago that was.
10 years?
I don't remember.
2012?
Years are a fallacy anymore.
I'm pretty sure 2012 was the Broncos Seattle one.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2013 was the Patriots Seattle. 2014 was the one before the Broncos Panthers.
Also, most winningest quarterback in his first 10 years. Not all of that was Legion of Boone and Marshawn.
Yeah,
but,
but we're talking playoffs. We ain't talking regular season.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Playoffs?
I'm just saying.
Hey, if he was winning so much, why wasn't he getting MVP votes?
We both know Geno only got the vote so they could say that.
Because of haters like you.
Nah. Geno got the vote because Geno's MVP.
He didn't
write back. He didn't write back.
He didn't deserve a vote, my dude.
He didn't write back. He did in the first half of the season. Maybe that's all they watched. Like right at week 6, they just stopped watching.
Yeah, okay, Kendrick Perkins.
He's got his bag now. He might as well write some letters. He's not
writing back. He bought the envelopes. He bought the stamps. He bought the parchment paper. He's ready.
He made it so nobody could write him anymore.
Yeah. He bought all the stamps. No one can send him any letters.
He monopolized by UPS, FedEx, USPS, you name it. Geno Smith is an owner. He bought the government.
So where are we thinking? Where's Lamar going to end up? Jets and Dolphins seem to be the...
I said it last week, man. I'm still feeling the Dolphins. I feel like he's going home.
Do they need more speed?
Hey, you can never have too much speed. There's a guy downtown. He'll tell you.
Ask Michael Irvin.
Dang.
Did I go there?
Did you just break news?
Yeah. If you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen.
Not in the kitchen. I'm in my bedroom.
If we are to take Atlanta at their word that they are out, I'm leaving them the Dolphins.
So, Joe, did you see any of the Pat McAfee show yesterday?
Yesterday,
Pac-Man Jones was on.
Oh no, I saw. I watched the one before that.
You got to watch his little Lamar Jackson segment because one of his big.
I'm sorry.
What are we doing here?
Jimmy decided he was going to make sure that there was an I in our name.
Oh yeah, that and it was his visit to Target. Also, no free handouts. This is off the pod talk. Come on.
Okay, well, his biggest argument for Lamar Jackson to the Falcons was Michael Vick wearing number 7 and Lamar Jackson wearing number 7. Dude, it was hilarious. He was just
number 8.
Yeah, exactly. He was emphasizing it and just hammering it and hammering it and hammering it. But the man was wearing sunglasses, and if you looked at Pat McAfee's eyes, you'd understand the situation that was at hand. We'll just leave it there. It was hilarious. I give free plugs to Pat McAfee Show anytime.
Um,
Not these
The
type of plugs.
Pat McAfee Show.
see, my
Maybe different plugs.
my reason for wanting him to go to
Branded one?
Atlanta is not anything to do with the Vic era. It's to do with their style of play, and who does he like to pass to? The tight end. Kyle Pitts is the most athletic tight end we've ever seen. Like that'd just be fun.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Bring it back. We're bringing it back. Allegedly, that was the word of the day. Last week.
I don't think James knows allegedly.
Allegedly.
Definitely allegedly.
He doesn't know what it means. That's why he just says it. He doesn't know what allegedly means. He just says it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm referring to you, James,
I know.
not Timothy.
I know what allegedly means.
I am Jimothy.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Literally.
I didn't realize how much cap space Miami had. So they didn't even cross my mind until recently, as far as getting Lamar.
Does that make sense though? Like obviously, yes, Lamar's an upgrade over Tua, but does that make sense for them to have Tua and then all of a sudden they're just like throwing him out the water? After last season, they were kind of like, oh, he was injured, blah 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 blah. That we still made the
At the
playoffs.
combine, they were at every quarterback workout.
Okay, that's drafting a rookie. That's not
Yeah.
bringing in a new starter.
I'm just saying.
Is Lamar Jackson an upgrade from Tua?
Yes.
Then yeah,
Are you really
they are
asking
willing
that?
to do that.
I don't understand. And the Jets, I think the Jets missed on Derek Carr. I think they're going to miss on Rodgers, or I think they're going to miss on Lamar because they're hoping for Rodgers and then end up missing on Rodgers because, Jet's going to Jet. Is it the most Jet thing to do? Is
The
to try to
Nathaniel
get
Hackett
3
2.0
different
experiment's
quarterbacks?
not going to work out.
Well, what if whoever goes to the Jets comes up and be like, Jets country, let's fly.
Sensitive topic around those areas.
That's so much speed. But I'm sticking with the Commanders. Why leave DC?
Well, I mean, if you believe the C word that's been rumored, that would be the leading candidate.
Allegedly.
Do you guys think there's collusion? Do you guys honestly believe there's collusion going on?
Be more specific, por favor.
In not signing him and not talking to him.
I'm going to George Bush this one. Plead the fifth.
Just try to do the eyebrows.
Smolder.
No, I think it's all. I mean, I really feel like right now teams that are just not wanting to play their hands. Nobody can actually legally talk to Lamar Jackson.
I think they can talk to him. They just don't think they can.
They legally
offer anything.
can't.
I
Well,
don't think they can offer anything.
but
They can't talk.
I don't know. I don't have an opinion
talk to
one
his
way
agent.
or the other right now. I'm staying neutral here. I don't know. I don't have an opinion about it yet. I need more facts.
I think it does feel weird that we're not hearing like it's more speculation of teams that want to sign him as opposed to teams that, want to sign him. We're more hearing speculation. Like there's obviously we might not hear. I feel like we would be hearing of potential contracts. Not necessarily because they're talking to Lamar, but I feel like we would have seen something by now, right?
I feel like we would have heard what he's looking for, like specific numbers.
Well, I think we have heard some numbers. He wants like 200 plus guaranteed.
I think we're still in the speculation world, though. I don't think we've definitively heard because I mean he doesn't have an agent. The only person that it would come from,
Is his
I
mom.
mean,
Mom.
I mean, I
mom
guess
is
the
his agent.
Ravens could leak it. I guess.
His mom is his agent,
Right.
which is it's Lamar, which that's also crazy.
It's so dumb.
Um,
Not having an agent is dumb, but
he's betting on himself. But
he's failing thus far.
he is. He is. Honestly, he's probably asking for too much. I mean, yeah, he's a former MVP that has not played a full season since his MVP season.
Yep. Wasn't that his only full season? Like literally his only full season?
Yeah, he went 14-2. Yep.
His only full season, he won MVP. But I mean, he's
Jimmy
a running
G's
quarterback.
Jimmy G's only full season with the Niners. He went to Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's
Which would you rather have?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl appearance or the MVP? Like Jimmy G, Lamar. I'm just kidding. Lamar's better than Jimmy G.
See, my big problem with the whole collusion business right now is if there is, we have a owner who is on maybe his way out that could use a quarterback that you mentioned there, James. If he makes that deal and then he sells the team, he's remembered for being the one to make the deal.
You got Lamar. Yep.
If Lamar busts, well, guess what? He ruined the franchise he sold. Either way, it's a win-win for him.
Yeah. Either way, he's got a lot of money in the bank.
Either way,
he's got what we refer to in the business as "fuck you" money.
Either way, it's a win-win. So if that is existing, then there's a perfect candidate right there.
Absolutely. I'm gonna. It makes more sense to me that there was something going on behind the scenes prior to Bieniemy signing with the Commanders, because Bieniemy to the Commanders makes zero sense. I don't care what they offered him. I don't care. Like, they do not have a quarterback. Sam Howell, cool. Lamar, absolutely.
What about Bieniemy doesn't make sense to you?
Why would he? I don't understand why you would downgrade from Mahomes.
He didn't downgrade. He didn't have the choice.
He could have stayed in Kansas City.
No, he wasn't given that opportunity. It went to Matt Nagy. He wasn't given.
They wanted Nagy in the OC job.
Well, then maybe the Chiefs were pressured into letting him go then, because he never gets offered a head coaching job or never gets offered a job because collusion, words hard.
No, they just. I don't think he got along with people. So, who has he been coaching under? Andy Reid. Who does Andy Reid have a pretty good relationship with? That's a head coach in the league. Ron Rivera.
I mean, I guess.
Like it makes sense. That is the most obvious position he could have gone to be the OC, to be the standalone OC, to where nobody's giving credit to Andy Reid. Like that, if he wants to take the next step, that was his best possible opportunity. And Sam Howell, the year before his draft, he was a projected number 1 overall pick. Everybody knows Sam Howell has a talent. Just can he put it all together? Well, Bieniemy's going to get to prove it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Is there any other quarterback news other than Rodgers is basically a Packer or a Jet?
Daniel Jones got a contract.
Danny Dimes.
Didn't I say that? They were going to franchise tag Saquon and sign Danny Dimes?
Is Danny Dimes worth the dimes, though?
Is Danny worth the dimes? That's the way you worded it down there is better.
Yeah. I had time to think about that one.
I'm pretty.
It's basically the same contract that Derek Carr got, Dak Prescott got.
I think it's a very average salary for quarterbacks moving forward.
Like they're all at 160.
It's front loaded too, so they can
Yeah.
they can move on from him after I think 2 years
Yeah,
with minimum damage.
that's what people want with the Lamar Jackson deal too. It's just he wants too much guaranteed.
Yeah,
In my
after
opinion.
2024, his dead cap drops from 63 million to 18 million, and then to 9 million after that.
Yeah, so that 9 million year if he's not
hmm
living up to standards. Which did you guys see that? Other than his rookie year, so the last 3 seasons, he has thrown less touchdowns than games played.
He threw less touchdowns this year than Russ by one.
But no, so Danny Dimes in every season except for his rookie season, he threw 24 passes. He's thrown less touchdowns than games played.
Yeah.
The past 3 years.
Yeah.
Impressive.
I mean, he makes more than me. I can't talk. He threw more touchdown passes than I would in the NFL. So
Did you look into? I don't know what it would look like, but Did you look into adding the rushing touchdowns? What that turns that number into?
I know if I add in the turnovers, it's negative.
Right. No, I know, but I'm curious about how many rushing touchdowns he has in what you say the last 3 years.
Yeah, just the last 3 years.
Um, I think it's an overpay, but I mean, by how much, who knows?
100%.
They get to keep Saquon on franchise tag, which is what you want to do with a running back nowadays. Is franchise tag.
Mhm.
Speaking of franchise tag, Tony Pollard was also franchise tag, which also I said it first.
I don't know that was a good idea, but
He's coming off a broken leg. There's a lot of question marks. They're still saying Zeke is going to take a massive pay cut. Uh, it looks like probably Zeke and Tyron Smith are going to get cut, but we'll see. Um,
I I've been seeing some mock drafts as of late where Bijan's available, and I'm just like, you guys shouldn't have tagged Pollard. If you can get Bijan Robinson, I mean, just have him.
I mean, but do you, if that situation
talented.
arises, you run Bijan
keep him in
with
Texas.
when Bijan with Pollard, and end up cutting
No,
Zeke at that
absolutely.
point.
If they cut
Yeah.
Zeke, Bijan's still on the table. Absolutely,
Right.
100%.
Is that what? Is that a preferred option?
Is
for
he
first round
though?
pick.
Because you like at that point with your pick, a number 2 wide receiver is way more valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I don't. With the number one pick, I don't like it with a number one pick.
You're not getting Bijan out of the first round.
Yeah,
If Zeke's
realize-
willing to restructure, you just you do that.
you roll with Zeke and give Pollard
Mhm.
more touches. That's what you roll with Zeke, give Pollard more touches.
And
They
take a guy
Zeke
in the
to the ground.
take a guy in the fifth. Yeah, throw him at fourth on the depth chart.
There's some good wide receivers in this draft. So maybe we can get one. Get a nice little whoop whoop. Because I mean, I remember a couple years ago, Joe said there's no way CD Lamb falls to Dallas, and it happened.
Does that feel like that has to be the move right now for Dallas? Is going wide receiver round one?
Has to.
Unless which we can talk about. This is a good segue. Did you guys see Des Bryant hanging out with DeAndre Hopkins?
Des has been trying to get back for a long time.
Des has been recruiting people for Dallas. Like he's all over Twitter. He said, "Hey Ramsey, I hear you're looking for a new team. I heard it's the Big D." Like he's been recruiting on Twitter. He's been talking to all the players. He literally was, I think it was golfing with D Hop, and he was like on Instagram Live or something. And D Hop grabbed the phone and was like, "What's up, Big D? We out here." Like, Des is like, would that be crazy?
D Hop's going to Kansas City, and I hate it.
Yeah, I know we talked about it last week.
Next player to talk about.
I know all the jokes I made last week of every player was going to Dallas, but just to see like Des is actively recruiting for Dallas.
Yeah.
Like regardless of like, I know he played with the Saints kind of, and then he played for the Ravens, but he's a Cowboy for life from Oklahoma State to Dallas, Cowboy for life.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, I want to get back to Dallas real quick. I just said real quick a lot. But anyways, I want to get
Real
back
quick.
to Dallas because remember I've been talking about Diggs, Buffalo not feeling right. Feels like something's off. Drama continues to unfold.
I hope you mention his tweet.
That's exactly what I'm getting to. Not only
Love it.
that, he deleted a lot of pictures and stuff from his
Love it.
social media accounts. He tweeted earlier today, "It's just business, don't take it personal." Followed up 10 minutes later by adding, "That's what they say at least." Dude, I'm telling you, Diggs is out, and I feel like he might go to the Cowboys, man.
You see who liked who liked that tweet?
Mm-hmm.
Trevon Diggs, like
Yep.
almost instantly. I know it's his brother, but I mean,
We'll see. We'll see, but all signs are pointing to Dallas right now, at least.
and have
He's
you
not a
seen?
free agent though.
No, I know
Yeah,
it would have to be a trade,
it would be a trade, in some way, shape, or form. Which I don't know if Dallas has the assets to do it. That
and
do not include Micah.
and it may or may not be Dallas, but I'm still pretty firm right now. I don't think Diggs plays for Buffalo next year. Still firm
There,
on it.
there's a chance, and I don't think it includes Micah. I think it includes CD.
Well, that wouldn't make sense then.
I know.
What do you at 29? Do you think he's would they take just the first? No, right?
It depends on the value of the first.
I mean, this year.
No,
I'm saying
I
right
mean
now.
like top 10 versus
Well, it'd be
second.
Dallas. Dallas has a first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like 17th, I think. They're late.
No, they're
Sure.
26.
They're late.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
they're later than that. I don't even know.
They
As of
are
late.
26. Yeah.
Yeah. So as of late.
So
I
what do you think they would take the pick 26 and maybe throw in the second for this year or next year, whatever. It don't matter.
They would have to
I
definitely throw
think
in extra.
then they would.
And they would have to throw in another pick. But if they were like top 10, then I think they would. But I don't know if Dallas would do that trade.
I would assume it would be the 26th and 2024's second is what I would assume the trade would be.
I think it'd be a third this year. First
That's
and a
fine.
third.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, if
About
it
the
doesn't,
same
you're talking
value.
about straight up, no other players, just the draft
That's
picks.
it.
I would
That's
take
it.
that. I would take that. Diggs and CD, move Gallup to the slot, trade Gallup, give him Gallup.
Maybe
Uh,
give him back a lower tier receiver or something.
Honestly, what I could see truly is a first and a player.
Gallup.
No, not a wide receiver. Like
Aaron
an
Smith.
offensive lineman who's young, decent enough.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't go old there for sure.
Well, if they're cutting Tyron Smith, which I think they might because he's only played like I want to say 18 games in his last 40 plus. I don't know that they would. Connor McGovern, maybe because most of their guys are mid 20s. Other than Tyler Smith, who's the young one because he was a rookie last year,
Yeah.
and Tyler B.O.I.S, he's also kind of young.
I prefer Tyler Badass personally.
I mean, Tyler B.O.I.S works for me.
Him in a first.
I wouldn't want to trade B.O.I.S though. I'm sorry, Badass. Which is ironic because I was mad that Dallas didn't get Lindenbaum and then they have B.O.I.S and I love B.O.I.S.
Ooh, would you do how old's Van Der Esch?
He's in like his 6th year. So
27. Van Der Esch in a first.
I could see it with Draymond Edmonds being.
That's what I was thinking.
That could work, but I love Vandy. And I have a Van Der Esch jersey. And
Good trades make you uncomfortable. Good trades make you uncomfortable.
But
I think
does Dallas turn around and then sign Bobby Wagner? Like there's puzzles, there's dominoes that need to fall.
Go sign Tremaine Edmonds.
He's gonna get like 16 mil a year. That's too much for a linebacker in today's age.
Yeah. Well,
there's a few inside linebackers out there.
I don't mind it.
Who we got here? Was it David Long? David Long's an option.
D-Hop to the Patriots, possible. Yeah. I don't know why he would go there.
D-Hop's going to Kansas City, man. He just is.
It's okay. Have you guys seen the storylines? Like nothing's leaked yet, but it's just Dallas is working on something big. I don't know what that means. And then there's all this controversy with the Diggs brothers and all this stuff happening, and it's like, well, what's going on? Like, can it just happen?
I don't know, man.
Is it time for the draft? I want all the. Or is it next week so we can know how the dominoes are falling?
Right.
Because we're kind of in that weird, awkward phase where stuff is happening, but it's only technically happening within the teams of the players that they're on. Like Dalton Schultz looks like he's going to be gone, uh, which I honestly thought, would it make sense for Schultz to go to Miami, replace Gesicki,
Yeah. I think that's probably the
or
top spot in my mind.
or Detroit, replace Hawkinson?
I can see Detroit.
Who else is a tight end needy? The Saints go play with Derek Carr.
Chip. I mean, think about it, like your top 10 tight ends in the league. Most
Schultz is one of them.
most teams need a tight end. It drops
Yeah,
off pretty hard, Yeah,
I love Schultz so much. I don't want to see Schultz go because he literally has been Dak's safety blanket.
I mean, honestly, putting 8 to 10 together on a tight end top 10 is pretty tough.
Well,
You know,
Schultz
if
is top five. I said at the beginning of the year. I'm sticking
right,
with it.
but I'm saying it drop the talent level at tight end drops off so hard.
Okay, Shaylee,
You,
you can
you
have
say that, but
You
we
can have
also have a
Dalton
great tight
if
end
the
class.
Cowboys can have Waddle. Deal? I want the Cowboys to non-exclusive franchise tag Dalton and then trade him to the Dolphins for Jalen Waddle. Deal.
No,
Great deal. Great deal.
no.
No one gets hosed in that. No one gets hosed in that. Nobody.
Somebody does get hosed in that, and it's Miami.
That's because they're in Florida and it's going to rain. That's the only reason why they're getting hosed.
No, that is a horrible trade, and you know it.
I mean, I bet I can make it work on Madden.
Probably.
Just turn on trades accepted.
It's a horrible trade.
But yeah, I don't know if
What you
any
didn't
other.
add is you're the league commissioner and you can just force trades.
Yeah, that too. Just force it. Just Waddle for nothing. Waddle for a future seventh round pick.
I don't know.
I haven't heard anything defensive players wise for free agency as opposed of
Well, I
landing
mean,
spots.
I'm not far as landing spots, but some big news that happened since our last show is Frank Clark getting cut.
Mm-hmm. Which was kind of
Eric
funny because
Kendricks.
then and Kendricks, yeah.
Kendricks, yes.
I made a video about that, of course. Why didn't I say that? But also the Chiefs tweeted "Forever a Chief" to Frank Clark in the same photo that they were saying they were cutting. How are you forever a Chief, bro? He just got
I
cut. Unless he's retiring. Which
I so hope he comes to Denver.
I don't. He's a 4-3 end. He's not a 3-4 outside linebacker.
what about
I want him
Jesse
though,
Bates?
just
Jesse
because.
Bates.
Jesse Bates is outstanding.
I mean, there was talks before what they do, franchise tag him or gave him a mini deal, a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
There was talks about him to Dallas. I don't know if that's a thing anymore because of
Literally everybody's to Dallas.
yeah,
No.
exactly. That actually was a thing.
I think Jesse Bates is going to the Patriots with McCourty hitting free agency.
I could see that. But no, I was going to say that he's not going to Dallas now because Dallas has like 3 or 4 safeties that they rotate that all do something different.
He's gonna go to one of the like high cap teams. He's gonna go to the Bears. He's gonna go to the Texans, Miami.
He's going to get paid. He's going to get money. He's not going to win.
Yes.
Got you.
He was already on a Super Bowl contender and he's leaving. He's going to get paid. You don't leave a Super Bowl contender and not just have the intention of getting paid.
You're right. So somebody, I'm not gonna name names, but somebody really wants Jordan Porter to Miami, which is kind of funny because he said he hates the cold. So I mean, that makes sense.
He's also said that he's going to Tua's birthday and he's going to talk with Mike. Yeah,
He's flirting. He's flirting. Heavy, heavy.
that's probably Poyer's top landing spot. That's probably basically a done deal.
So what I'm hearing is it's either Miami or Dallas. Sounds good to me. All right.
He's probably going to Miami.
No, I'm
Yeah.
talking about like everybody in general. Everybody's going to Dallas or Miami.
See, I think more people are going to go to Houston because of D'Amico Ryans. More defensive players. I think that's where like top landing, like top guys. That's where you're going to want to go under D'Amico Ryans. They have a ton of cap space.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have probably in all likelihood the number one quarterback rookie. I see it as a top free agent destination for defensive players. Like Tremaine Edmonds, why would you not like look at what he helped Fred Warner become? Why would you not?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good point, but I'm gonna have hopeful that defensive players are gonna want to come play with Dan Quinn and Micah. Dan Quinn all but sounds like he's in Dallas for like there's gonna be no more. He's going out and interviewing because I think he knows that Mike McCarthy's job is on the line this year.
It was Denver or Dallas. He wasn't leaving Dallas for anywhere but Denver.
Yeah. Well, when he announced it this time, he says, "I'm in Dallas until we win a Super Bowl." So he's gonna be there forever.
Facts.
I don't care about my feelings. I spit facts.
Um,
Yeah, and they wanted Vic Joseph, Van Joseph. What's his name?
Vance Joseph.
Van Joseph. That's who you guys want.
okay, so we've said a lot about Dallas possible players. Jimmy, you got any top defense players you're looking for the Broncos?
Well, I think we're gonna need to replace Draymond Jones, of course. I don't think he's gonna end up back. I'd like for them to go after. I mean, I really like the name Zach Allen that you threw out for the Broncos. Although with Gannon being hired as a DC in Arizona, I think Zach Allen ends up staying there.
You think so? Even with switch to a 4-3?
Yeah,
See,
I mean,
I think Hargrave's going there from the Eagles.
that
Who
would
got
make sense too.
11 sacks?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to Arizona.
Zach Allen, after you said last week that was the name that you liked or were intrigued by, that's a guy that I started looking into, and he's someone that I would like to target as a Broncos fan. Another guy I would love to target is Tremaine Edmonds, even though it kind of looks like we're kind of standing put with our inside linebackers for the Broncos. So I would like that to happen. Don't see it really realistically happening. Outside of that, I mean, you name any really D lineman, and I want the Broncos to take a flyer on. Yeah, somewhere the Broncos need to bolster is, I mean, O line and D line. Go out, exhaust every route you possibly can in those two avenues, and then go from there.
James, the people that are cut or free agents from Dallas, where do you think their top landing spots are going?
So the only person that I know for sure of is Schultz. That is going to be a top rating. He's a top tight end, and
but like if Zeke is cut, if Tyron is cut, like these guys that are possible cap casualties.
if Tyron's cut, I don't even know. I don't know anyone who would want, unless they sign him for a veteran's minimum. The Titans, they just lost Lawan. The Chiefs, who
I can do that one.
Lawan was just tweeting at the Chiefs earlier today.
Yeah, he's flirting with them. But I mean, he can do whatever he wants, right? Because he's completely free.
Yeah,
right?
he's a free agent.
So
well, he was cut, so
yeah. So he's free to do whatever. It's the ones with the franchise tags and stuff like that. I think Schultz. It makes sense for him to go to Miami or Detroit. I think I want him to go to Detroit. He can go from my favorite team to my best friend. That's fine. Um, but how many teams really need a left tackle who is going to play maybe 10 games?
There are a lot of teams.
Yeah.
I mean, we see it every year.
I
Older
mean,
left tackles that get signed for a lot of money.
would it be one of those things like they start him mid-season, so if they have a deep playoff run, he actually plays in the playoffs? Like I love Tyron Smith, but once your back starts to get hurt and your legs start to get hurt as a lineman, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's
for sure.
tough.
For sure.
And Zeke, where would Zeke go? Because Zeke obviously doesn't have the giddy up that he used to. So you'd be a change of pace back, maybe reunite with Cooper in Cleveland if Hunt leaves, if Hunt goes somewhere else. Be a spell back for Chubb. The Niners.
They got Elijah Mitchell and C-Mac.
I was thinking CP cut, right? I don't know if Zeke would do this because of his affiliation with Dallas, but Eagles.
No,
That
Derrick
was
Henry to the Eagles. I hate it, but
I know you hate it. I know Dallas.
no,
I don't know if he
hate
would even
Zeke to
do
the
it.
Eagles. I don't hate Zeke because I loved DeMarco Murray to the Eagles. They ran a completely different scheme, and he had it was not good for him and Philly. And then they ended up just cutting him, I think, and then they traded him to the Titans. But Zeke to the Titans if Henry is on the move for real.
I could see Zeke to the Chiefs. Going beyond Pacheco.
McKinnon
Pacheco.
is good.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Because Pacheco has a little bit of both. He has a little bit of the receiving, he has a little bit of between tackles, and then McKinnon is definitely a scat back.
So I was trying to think of some teams that have more shiftier running backs as opposed to pounded between the tackles. There's someone
the thing with Philly is while it looks like Miles Sanders might be on the move to Buffalo, they still have Boston Scott and Gainwell. They have other running backs.
They really like Gainwell.
I like Scott too. Scott's what they refer to as the giant killer. Which also round of applause for the rest of the NFC East. They get to play Daniel Jones twice every year for the next 3 years at least.
Yep.
Round of applause for the NFC East. It was a good day for Cowboys fans, Eagles fans, and Commanders fans all alike.
Zeke to the Chargers.
To spell Eckler, maybe. But would that take away his value? The team would have to use Zeke in the way that Lions use Jamal Williams.
Right.
Which the team that I like to do that, they were mentioned, and they were mentioned with Miles Sanders. The Bills. They just drafted the younger Cook brother in the second round last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's shifty, little. Get somebody that can actually, run between the tackles.
Zeke, first round pick.
Shoot, the Bengals might need another running back soon.
They don't want Zeke on his contract right now. They don't want Zeke on his contract right now.
Restructured Zeke's contract.
Okay.
Zeke, first round pick, Van Der Esch, and for Diggs and a second round this year.
No. Bills say no.
Just for Diggs then? No second round? Second round next year?
They do it. I think
they'd throw in a third next year, fourth this year.
All right. Sold. There, we just did it. Diggs brothers in Dallas. We just did it.
But it would be a key on Zeke restructuring.
Yeah, absolutely. But it was just done. We just did it. It's factual, not allegedly. It's factual. But I like how we've just talked for 45 minutes about football, and it's the only sport currently not active.
The Nuggets are winning 14-6 with 6 minutes 48 seconds to go in the first.
Here, there you go.
New Orleans is up 83-65 over Dallas with a minute 30 left in the third.
Boom. NBA talk.
NBA talk. Let's talk
All
about
right.
NBA.
So Draymond Jones, where do you guys think he's going?
Miami.
I think he's going to Chicago.
I said Miami
If
because
they
I was
don't
just
get
reading the comments.
if they don't get a higher tier pass rusher.
I don't think those are the two leading candidates. I think Miami is a very good one. His best friend is Bradley Chubb. The coach that got him to start playing really well was Vic Fangio.
Oh, that's nice. He can go, keep Bradley Chubb company when he's hurt.
Yep, that is one destination. Number 2 is Cincinnati. He is from Ohio.
You say I'm bad. You say I'm bad, Joe. I say everybody's going to Dallas, and then you should see these comments. It's everybody to Miami.
Yes, I'm well aware.
Every player we've listed, I swear, they have a way to get to Miami.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's coming out of retirement to Miami. Ray Lewis is going to come out of retirement and go to Miami.
Yep.
Lamar's going to go back up. Tom Brady.
Yeah,
I'm well aware. I think Cincinnati or Cleveland are two top destinations. He's from Cleveland originally. Him on the same defensive line as Myles Garrett would be phenomenal. He is also more of a 4-3 defensive tackle than he is a 3-4 defensive end. So I think that would be more beneficial to him. And Cincinnati, solid team. They aren't paying Bates. They obviously have some money.
Yeah, I have the available cap space right here.
I have breaking news. Patrick Mahomes was just traded to Miami.
Oh, dang.
Bengals have the third most cap space in the NFL.
Yeah, I think those are some top destinations for Draymond.
Another name we've mentioned already. I don't think we've put a destination on yet. Bobby Wagner.
If I say it, it makes sense. It makes sense.
I think him and one other person. I'm not sure which one necessarily they're going to go after, but I think Bobby Wagner may end up being a Bill. I think Von Miller is going to talk him into it.
That's what he thought. That's what we thought last year.
He went to the Rams last year, or he was on the Rams. He went to the Rams.
And where was Vaughn?
With the Rams at the beginning of the season, wasn't he?
No, he was
with that last
season.
Season, my bad. Season before.
Bobby Wagner actually does make a lot of sense in Dallas. He really does.
Joe, you can't say that. Not everyone's going to Dallas.
No, I am speaking objectively. Yeah. He makes a lot of sense for Dallas.
That's what I was trying to say. I was like, he does make a lot of sense.
He does.
I said it last year. I said it last year. It does make a lot of sense to have.
He makes sense for a well-known contending team. So he makes sense there. He makes sense with Kansas City to be paired next to Nick Bolton. He makes sense with Cincinnati. He makes sense for those contending teams that need a defensive leader.
Put Wagner in the middle, and Parsons can just edge rush and play outside linebacker instead of just going everywhere.
Especially because you guys traded away Leighton. So,
assuming.
Yeah.
Allegedly. The other person I was thinking, as far as Bills connection, where the Bills go, is Levante David.
Yes, that is one I love him going there.
I won't argue. So from what I've gathered, free agency is Dallas, Miami, Buffalo, right?
Texans.
Sprinkle some Broncos in there.
Texans.
Cincinnati as well. Cincy is somebody that I think Dalton Schultz will go to.
That's another one that makes a lot of sense. But I don't want to see him in orange. I want to see him in Detroit.
As far as top available cap space, you got the Bears, Falcons, Bengals, Giants, Patriots, Texans, Seahawks, Ravens, Raiders. Top 10 in that order.
Yeah, let's do one hypothetical and talk about the other sports. There's a lot of free agency talk.
I want to say one thing.
Do one more. One more point for Joe, and then we'll do one more.
Just somebody I want the Broncos to go after Patrick Peterson. Okay, I'm good.
Yep, right. I agree. Bring them in.
Listen, they want the pat attack, the pat. What do the Bears realistically do
Pat.
with the number 1 pick?
Trade down twice.
Yeah, I think they're trading out of it.
Have you seen all the weird scenarios? Like they trade down twice. They trade down to 2nd pick, and then they trade back to the 4th, and then they trade that, and they keep going, and all of a sudden they have like 4 first-round picks this year. They find a way to do it. It was a weird slippery slope. Also,
people are valuing picks too much.
I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna say they draft the cat out of Florida, and trade Fields. Why not?
see, that's another thing. That's another thing they're actually talking about. Is
No, I know that is big talk. Not
that's
necessarily
a
the
big
Florida
thing.
kid, but
Are they going to trade?
I don't think so.
They trade to Houston and they trade from pick 2 probably to pick 9.
I was thinking they might
then-
go
and
to
then-
4 first because isn't 4 the Colts?
You're right, but
Cool.
if they trade trading from 1 to 2, they'll probably just get a second back. They'll probably get this year's second. If you trade from 2 to 9, you get next year's first as well.
Yeah.
From Carolina.
And
So
the
then it's
Carter. That kind of muddies the water, doesn't it?
yeah, I think that's the main reason they're not too keen on staying in the top 5 anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
More breaking news. Dan Marino came out of retirement and aged backwards 20 years to play
Wow.
with Miami Dolphins.
Wow. He aged
even
back
then,
to
he's
the
still
last year of his
post-retirement.
career. Yeah, he's like 2 years retired at that point.
No, he's just younger now. He's just younger now.
Yeah, I mean he could probably still swing it.
Yeah.
Definitely better than today.
With all this money they're spending, I don't know how they're going to afford an offensive line to block for any of these people.
Oh,
Oh, no,
everyone
Dan
we just
Marino's
mentioned.
going to be on his contract.
We haven't mentioned a single offensive lineman other than
Hold on,
Tyron
hold on,
Smith.
hold on. Everyone we just mentioned is volunteering to play for the Dolphins,
Yeah,
and-
every person.
and they'll sign
Oh.
linemen.
Okay.
Larry Allen is going to go back to his rookie year. Joe Thomas is coming out of retirement as his rookie
No, they're
year.
gonna sign Orlando Brown, Mike McGlinchey, Jason Kelsey, Caleb McGarry, and Ben Powers.
Yeah, they're just going to have the best offensive weapons in the history of the game.
You don't need a line when you're running 4.2s.
Yeah.
I'm a
Speed kills,
little bit
baby.
upset that you said Mike McGlinchey in that group.
But we talked about the offensive linemen last week.
Okay, I'm sorry. Take McGlinchey out. Throw Juwan Taylor or Taylor Lewan, whoever you
Taylor
prefer.
Lewan to Miami. We'll say
No.
that. Taylor Lewan to Miami.
No, because you needed another guard. you
Lewan.
said 3 tackles.
I don't care. They can all play guard. You got
said-
4.2 speed at every position.
Yeah. They don't have an offensive. They just run and screen all day long. All day long.
We could put 5 centers out there.
This is where we need that song now. Welcome to Miami.
Let's see. Any other before we get into other sports, real quick? Any other top free agents you guys wanted to mention?
I mean, no, because I think we handled most of them last week,
Yeah, we hit offense pretty hard last week.
and there's not a crazy amount of defense. Like, where do you guys think Frank Clark ends up? Where does he make sense?
Don't
Does
matter.
he retire? Isn't he in his 30s?
I mean,
The more I think about it, the more I think
he's not even a starter anymore.
he'll end up back with Kansas City on a more of a veteran contract. Yeah,
It could happen.
The linebacker I want for Denver is Eric Kendricks. I actually think he's a pretty
Love
big
it.
relief.
I love it.
Yeah, if only he
let's
would have
see.
said that clock just a second faster. If you know, you know.
All right, other sports.
All the brothers.
Even brothers from other mothers.
All the brothers. All of them.
Brother.
The
On
Dolphins
balance, off
are
balance, it
going
don't
to-
matter. I'm better than you. Yeah.
The Dolphins are going to change their name to the Miami Hulk Hogan's.
And the cream will rise to the top. Yeah. Macho
We're gonna-
Man, by the way.
Well,
You're
listen
thirsty.
here, brother. Oh, you're thirsty, Joe?
Yeah.
Hold on. I got this. I'll do it.
Okay.
You do the 5 seconds of Joe part. I'll do the song.
Just thirsty, guys. Just thirsty.
I was gonna go get a.
Oh, you better hurry up.
That was really loud.
There's a pile of poo in the middle of the room. You can see it every day on the comic tube.
What is
Take a sip of
this?
coffee, defecation begins. Pretty soon you'll see that shit-eating grin. The turds.
We gotta stop it there for legal purposes.
What the hell?
The shit you find on Free Music Archive.
I was jamming, and all of a sudden he started singing. I was like, "Oh, okay."
I was finding a perfect song. I was finding something new for 5 seconds of Joe earlier, and it started jamming like that. I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." And that came
then
in. I was like,
the
"Oh,
lyrics.
that's even better, baby. Let's go." I had to confirm with Joe before the show though to make sure
Oh no, you should.
I
You
should
should
even
have
play
totally
that.
hit it. You should have totally got him with the blind reaction.
I wanted to, but I wanted to make sure it was going to be all right to play on the show. I didn't want it to push the limits too far, even though we've definitely pushed it further.
Push it.
Baseball
Push it.
sucks.
Rocks.
Baseball sucks.
Rocks.
Baseball sucks.
Whoa, Joe's back on the
Baseball
sucks page.
sucks.
Okay,
Sucks.
hold up.
Sucks. You got rid of the banner.
Yeah, you're right, because baseball doesn't suck. But listen. It's almost real baseball season. And I just want to point out the Cubs have won 7 straight in spring training. I know spring training, still they won 7 straight. And I'm taking that. I will always have this 7-game win streak no matter what happens the rest of the year. This 7-game win streak happened. Facts.
It's wild that you're paying attention to spring training because baseball sucks, and it's probably even worse in spring training.
I love baseball.
You made that banner,
Dude. The actual like MLB players, when they get pulled out of spring training games, they don't even sit around and watch the rest of the spring training game.
They go home.
They just go home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could you
That's
imagine?
how low spring training matters.
Could you imagine
I don't
preseason
care.
game 2? Name your quarterback.
Mahomes.
Mahomes comes off the field straight to the locker room, changes, and leaves.
Yeah.
Nowhere to be found at halftime.
Nope.
That just
No.
shows how little spring training matters.
Sends out a tweet in the fourth quarter with a beer in his hand.
Yeah. He comes out, sits in the stands, gets just
Right.
wasted.
Partied
Oh.
with Jackson.
Whoa. That's actually
See what I did there?
allegedly. I don't want to talk about that though. I don't want to
No,
go
me
down
neither. I don't want
weird,
that on.
weird rabbit holes. Jackson
He-
Mahomes is a weirdo.
It's not worth giving him. I mean, granted, we're a small show. It's not worth giving him publicity.
The only thing that bothers me is someone said,
Publicity.
why doesn't Patrick Mahomes corral his brother? He's not in control of his brother.
He's not his babysitter. He's
No,
his
yeah,
brother.
you're right.
You know?
They're just trying to drag Mahomes Patrick's name in the mud just because they share the same last name.
Right.
But anywho, we could talk about the Brown basketball thing. Orange? Is it orange? Brown?
We're playing basketball.
Hey, Brown.
They
We always
definitely
refer to
come
it.
very orange.
It's
Like a new basketball is definitely orange in my mind, right? Like brand new. I feel like I've seen both colors though now. I think I'm Amazon. Time out. Let's go to Amazon.com.
not a sponsor.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly not a sponsor yet.
Allegedly not a sponsor yet. So while he's doing that, I mean,
Kendrick Perkins is a clown.
Sure, that is
yeah,
definitely
actually,
orange.
let's just talk about that. I don't think we really need to talk about standings because nothing's really changed. Like the Lakers are staying afloat.
They moved up to 9, I believe, from 10.
Yeah, they're staying afloat. The Mavericks Suns game was electric. Other than that,
Yeah, Perkins is a clown. Although that segment definitely felt very like forced. It didn't seem
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah, the Lakers are ninth now, so they're in the play-in. Their ideal spot though would be the 8th seed, so they only have to win one if they're in the play-in. And LeBron James says Bronny is better than 10 to 15 players in the NBA right now.
He just got knocked out of the high school basketball championship. If he's better than a bunch of players in the NBA, how come he didn't carry?
That's what people are asking.
I know nothing about Bronny really, so I'm
how many
talking about my ass
teammates does
here.
he have on the Lakers? 10 to 15?
11.
What he's saying is he would be he would be the best. He would be a number 2 on the Lakers.
It would be
sure.
LeBron, Bronny, AD. Injured AD after that. Nah,
One leg
D'Angelo
Mahomes, AD.
Bronny, Mahomes on one leg, AD.
I'm convinced though that Mahomes, if he played any sport, it'd probably look goofy as hell, but he'd probably be great at it.
Or basketball?
Name your sport: hockey,
Oh,
basketball, badminton,
he wasn't
bowling.
for baseball.
Lucas Van Ness grew up playing hockey. That's terrifying.
Wasn't he drafted? Wasn't he drafted by a baseball team?
Lucas Van Ness?
Probably.
Oh, Mahomes, yeah.
Yeah, most likely.
Probably.
And Mahomes is like part owner of the Royals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Correct.
That is correct. Yeah, Kendrick Perkins is a clown.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I even whether the segment was real or forced, I don't care. The fact that JJ Redick like spent like basically like it felt like 10 minutes. Let me know if it was that long of him just ripping into Kendrick Perkins. And actually ESPN actually issued an apology. So I feel like it could have been real. It just was weird.
If it was real, JJ was very calm for how angry I would have gotten.
100%. But JJ kind of had like some of the, some of my vibes with why did because it started off with why did you cut it off at 1990 when Magic had won 3 consecutive and he was averaging this many points, this many points, this many points, which was this much in the league, this much in the league, this much in the league. So you stopped there to make your argument valid.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what I do with playoff wins. People for Cowboys, they stop at that certain year and that's it. They don't go the next year. Don't go because then their argument's valid. They say, "Oh, the Jags have more playoff wins than the Cowboys since blah 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 blah." They stop there, but why there? Right, just to make the argument look better. I get it. I get it. Who's JJ?
JJ Redick.
Oh, sorry. No, I was. Yeah.
JJ Redick.
3-point specialist, journeyman.
Let's be real honest though. It's not even really close who's the better basketball player between those two.
Between Kendrick Perkins and
JJ Redick.
I mean, I don't know. You could ask some people. Like they could be like, who has more rings?
Perkins only has 1, and he was carried as a role player.
How many does Redick have?
0, but also
was he on the Mavs? Was he on the Mavs that year?
No.
Oh.
He had the stat of like his first 10 years, he never missed the playoffs, even though he was on like 17 million teams.
Hey, Kyle Korver could probably say the same thing. Vince
Like
Carter's played for like
JJ
every
was
NBA
just
team.
all over the league, just always making the playoffs, and it was crazy.
I mean, it'd be like that. James Jones went to 8 consecutive finals.
Yeah.
He carried LeBron.
He did.
James Jones.
JJ stayed way calm.
Mm-hmm. No, it was very.
And no disrespect to Perk. I mean,
I know disrespect.
No, see, I know what their whole job is. Their whole job is to be outlandish.
Exactly.
There's a way to be outlandish by keeping it simple, stupid. Like, you don't have to bring race into everything. Race is a real problem, and it gets brought
It is.
into everything.
It is.
So I feel like if they're staging it or it's blah blah blah, like he deserves all the hate for even uttering that comment. Because if JJ Redick would have done the opposite, the whole world would have come unglued.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with males doing something versus if a female does it. If a female does it, it might be okay, but if a guy does it, it's the end of the world. Like, we got to just cut stereotypes and just end it. Like, we're all human, we all bleed. It don't matter the color of our skin, doesn't matter the genitalia, doesn't matter any of that. I don't care. Like,
the
stop.
the worst part about all of it was just watching Stephen A. Smith's facial
there.
reactions, and I was just like, "What side are you on, Stephen A? Do I need to start yelling at you too?"
Yeah, no. That was the quietest I've ever seen Stephen A. ever.
It's because JJ was he was so composed. I can't believe he was that composed. If it wasn't staged.
Yeah, no, but from what I saw is that the ESPN did issue an apology for Perkins' comments. So maybe it was supposed to be staged, and then he took it the next step. Maybe he got heated in his own. I don't know, but I mean,
I don't know. My favorite things on Twitter were just people in his replies because people were hilarious.
Mhm.
Twitter's great.
the internet is forever undefeated. But other than that, NBA stuff hasn't really changed. The Knicks are really good. I know they just lost, but I still think the Knicks are really good, or they seem to be really
One is really good.
good enough to advance one round in the playoffs.
Okay, fair.
And that's good for the Knicks.
Okay,
That's
fair.
really good for the Knicks.
Okay, fair.
And I believe I could be wrong. We can fact check me next week. I think they're undefeated against the Celtics this year.
Guys, we just said New York Knicks, and it reminded me of something. I tested Shaylee's sports knowledge. Like, you see those TikToks?
Did you record it?
No. Her
Dang it.
her surprise when I said what Knicks is short for was just
Knickerbocker?
like, yeah.
And I just confirmed that you weren't lying if you didn't already Google it to show her.
Yeah. Just like, yeah.
The New York Knickerbockers?
The Knickerbockers.
The Knickerbockers. Random sports facts for the win.
Classic.
We could touch on this. There wasn't really anything like the XFL is kind of just at this point for me, it's just kind of in the background. That first week was exciting. The second week it was like meh, and the third week it's just kind of there. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, your team hasn't won a game, so
they did win. Shut up. They won. They won.
Oh, yeah,
Shut up.
right.
They pulled a Battle Hawks and scored on a comeback win.
That's right.
They threw it. Danucci hits Gordon and nothing but grass.
Finally did it.
We finally hit some grass on the field. But yeah,
Ron Smith is disappointed.
Sorry about them Roughnecks, baby.
Undefeated. Congratulations.
Ron Smith.
The Battlehawks did not have a comeback.
Yep. Sadly.
Imagine not winning in week 3.
Are the Battlehawks the biggest frauds in the XFL?
Yeah. But
comeback kids.
Let's hockey talk. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Not really any.
Good.
Yeah, not really any movement in the playoff picture.
Yeah, I don't think anything's going to change. Like, we need the standings and stuff to get like the NBA it's so freaking close that we're going to have to wait till like the last second for us to start figuring stuff out.
Avs get McCarr back. They win 6-0.
Oh, well, there you go.
Coincidence? I think not.
And did you see my team sucks, Joe? Are you just trash talking, or did you say my team sucks?
Team
like
suck.
when we were talking about hockey, did you say the Lightning suck?
No.
Oh. Did you say the Avs suck? Did you say someone sucks? Or am I hearing?
I don't think I said anybody sucks. I don't think so.
rewind. I don't know. I mean, but the Bruins are still good. So I mean,
Yeah, the teams who are good are still good. That's
and
what I said.
oh, maybe. Did you say the teams that are good still good, and the ones that suck still suck?
Yeah, maybe.
I
I
mean,
know
don't
I
know.
said the teams that are good are still good.
Okay, here we go. This is a perfect.
Um,
Who gave these idiots a podcast?
no one. Absolutely fucking no one.
New Orleans to Dallas is getting close. It's a 5-point game with 5 minutes left.
Okay, Joe with the live updates. Well, here I got some hockey updates. The Blackhawks are winning 3-2 against the Red Wings. The Wild are beating the Winnipeg Jets 3-2. Both of these
Ooh.
with under 10 minutes in the game.
Nuggets got 7 minutes, 44 seconds to go in the second, up 36-35.
And that's all the games currently played for hockey right now. There's one more game, the Ducks and the Canucks. But
Ducks and Canucks.
that starts in
Classic.
10 minutes.
Classic face-off at center ice.
What the
Oh,
duck is going on?
she was also very confused by the Montreal Canadiens. As far as a hockey team.
Scroll through my page on TikTok, and you'll see me trying to guess the logos, and I know nothing. I'm better now. I can say the logos now. But oh my goodness, they were so bad. I got the Columbus Blue Jackets, and I had no idea. No idea.
Well, I don't think there's any giveaway on that.
Like the ones that say, wait, show her the New York Rangers, see if she gets those right. Just kidding.
I mean, the Blue Jackets is a star with some red and white stripes going across it. Like,
The Senators obviously got me. The Predators got me because I said the saber-toothed tigers on purpose. Dude, that should be my favorite team. Predators. They got a saber-toothed tiger. But I don't think they're very good. But anywho, emphasis on the eye. So I wanted to do this last week, completely forgot about it. We're gonna do it this week. Of a new segment where you guys can decide if we keep it, we lose it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Where each week, we can do this. One person finds something crazy that happens, not even sports related, and something that they did something stupid, and they kind of got what they deserved. So what made me think of this is when my wife gets off work, she'll show me a bunch of Instagram stuff on her phone, a bunch of videos that she saved throughout the day, throughout the week. She showed me this one video, which I nominate this, and this automatically wins because I don't think even if you guys were to pull up a random article right now, you wouldn't win. So at this point, it was like 2 weeks ago, because obviously I wanted to talk about it last week. I think it was in Brazil. There was a woman who had they were at like a Home Depot or something. You know how they have the big orange carts, shopping carts.
Mm-hmm.
She was ramming it into the back of a younger man, and he kind of turned around. He's like, "What the hell? What are you doing?" And she kept doing it. So this man walked out of line. He left his cart there. He walked out of line, picked up another cart, and threw it at her.
hell yeah.
Absolutely laid her out. And the best part about it is he didn't get any legal trouble at all. Because I watched the footage. You can clearly see she's like, oh, wow. And he literally just said, okay. And it landed the inside of she was inside of the cart, and you could see her just get completely knocked out. Like Chris Tucker would have been proud. You got knocked out. It was great, and that's what happens when you play stupid games. You win stupid prizes. That's it. That's it.
My nominee would be everyone in the heavyweight division for UFC because now John Jones is back and better than ever.
Is he the GOAT?
Oh, of UFC, yeah.
100%.
Not even close.
All right, cool. I just wanted to throw it out there.
He's the Wayne Gretzky of UFC.
Yeah.
So
It's
so Wayne Gretzky is no longer the undisputed, unanimous GOAT of his sport.
What?
Like the GOAT debate with specific sports, you can make an argument for other GOATs. Wayne Gretzky was the one that we all agreed that was the undisputed GOAT. Like there's no argument against Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Is John Jones now that?
Well, he's been that for a while.
But he's also a little tainted, right?
Yeah,
because he likes to do drugs, allegedly.
And
he also allegedly beat his wife up.
No, he fought with his wife for training, allegedly. He practiced. He sparred.
I think it was a one-way spar there.
She just forgot to throw her hands up.
I don't think she agreed to that match.
That's terrible. I do not condone violence. Never lay your hands on a woman.
Agreed.
So technically, me and Joe should fight John Jones in the octagon.
I'm game to do many stupid things. I don't have a death wish though.
Well, then we could be on this segment.
Everyone in the heavyweight division already is, because that man terrorized the light heavyweight division for a long time, and now he's going to terrorize the heavyweight division.
My life goal moving forward is to clip this and post it on every social media platform until John Jones sees it.
Could you imagine, like, couple of years from now, we're still doing the boys. The boys are running, and there's just one episode that Jimothy's by himself, and he just starts off with play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And he starts off with, my co-hosts, they would love to be here, but they're currently incapacitated. Why? It just shows the clip of like 10 seconds of John Jones, just one punch each, and we're just done.
One smooth motion.
I feel like he would hit Joe with the big punch because Joe's bigger, so he's probably going to swing harder at Joe and get me with the back kick.
Yeah, actually, right.
Don't get me wrong. I want to see if I could take a punch from John Jones. In all 99.9 repeated % chance, I'm getting knocked out. Cool. I have a story. I got knocked out by John Jones. But that 0.0 whatever 1% chance where I'm not unconscious, I'm never letting anybody hear the end of it. Anybody.
It's a win-win for you.
He's going throw punch in the front, dick kick in the back.
So
no, I just one punch.
Are you going for the punch? Are you going for the punch though? Because that's a better story. If you say you hit John Jones and then got the clock clean,
you ain't hitting John Jones.
I'm not touching him.
So what I'm saying, if he hits you with the one and then you're kind of woozy and you're like, whoa, and then you just kind of like, there's a whoa.
Are you saying, am I going to swing? Yes. Is it going to connect? Absolutely not.
Correct.
I'm gonna go. I'm going Super Saiyan.
I will most definitely try. I will most definitely try, but I don't think it's happening.
Yes, I would love to be featured on Play Stupid Games, Win Stupid Prizes.
It would be fun.
Could we cheat and have like steel chairs?
No, because I don't want you using a steel chair.
No, just us.
One of you just got to distract the ref. The other one can hit him with a chair. I mean, we've seen it in WWE all the time.
Oh yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah, it's so easy. Everybody would do it.
I saw it on TV. I see it on the internet. You just have to have someone in the crowd distract the ref.
Well, speaking of the emphasis on the eye, do we want to do the anti-draft?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the only thing we have left to do, right?
I think so.
The anti-draft, which I'm going to tell you right now, Jimothy, we have rehearsed zero. This is going to be 100%. I'm drafting my draft. He's drafting his draft.
That's how last week went.
No. This is 100. We have a team.
It was. I suggested an idea. He said, "Love it." No communication after that.
Cool. Facts. So legit. I don't even have this is what I wrote down for the pod today. I have no list in front of me. Everything is completely organic, off the dome. Like obviously, it's a topic that we know a lot about, so we can get through it. But it's off the dome. I'm gonna play off his picks. He's gonna play off my picks.
Okay.
We're gonna do that. So you or me first, Joe?
I can go first.
All right. So for those of you who are new, we're doing an anti-draft where me and Joe know the topic. Jimothy does not. And Jimothy's goal is to guess it correctly. And last week I guessed the correct thing. It took me like second to last pick before I got it, or I had an idea of it. Joe was in the ballpark of his, so let's see how close Jimothy can get to his.
I have no faith in myself. Throw that out there.
First pick, first round. Give me Giovanni Gallegos.
Solid start.
You say that in English, please.
Giovanni Gallegos.
You know what? I like that. Give me Giovanni Soto.
Ooh.
I went Giovanni to Giovanni. Like,
Ooh.
give me it.
All right. I will go with. Give me Giovanni from the Jersey Shore.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Who?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of the comments. There we go.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Giovanni the egg loss.
That's what I
Giovanni
heard.
the egg loss.
Round two, first pick. Give me Dylan Carlson.
Okay. Okay. I like this pick only because it's really going to mess with Jimothy. Give me what some people consider to be the best Raiders running back of all time, Bo Jackson.
Okay. Okay.
Give me Mike the Situation.
He's going straight Jersey.
I have zero idea where we're going with this right now.
Round three.
I kind of want to pick Snooki.
Round three, pick one. Give me the overpay of overpays. Give me Dexter Fowler.
Okay. Okay. That's sentimental to me, Joe. Obviously for reasons you know. So give me Papa Ross, Grandpa Ross. I can't not. You say Dexter Fowler. I can't not say Grandpa Ross.
Yeah,
I have to say it.
Yeah.
All right. I think I got an idea. Pauly D.
I like the Pauly D. I love it so much. I'm gonna go with somebody who goes by somewhat of the same name. Round four, pick one. Give me Pauly Goldschmidt.
I felt forced. Pauly.
He goes by Pauly G.
Oh, okay. All right. Great. To each their own. I'm gonna go with someone that doesn't go by Paul or Pauly. I mean, he could, but it wouldn't make any sense because his name is Primetime. Deion Sanders.
Ooh.
Could you imagine if someone went up to Deion and said, "Hey, Paul, like,
All right,
I'm talking to you."
I'm feeling the whole I'm feeling the whole baseball thing here. Not sure exactly what about it. So give me the OG Vladimir Guerrero.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
Solid pick. Solid pick.
I like it. Give me Nolan Arenado.
You know what? Let's wrap it up. My last pick. As much as I want to not pick this guy, I have someone else in mind. But you said Arenado. Give me Troy Tulowitzki.
Position did Deion Sanders play? Bo. I don't know if you guys that you got the first couple guys you guys named, never heard the name before.
No,
But-
that with that first name he said, I still don't know what he said.
I don't know every person's position that I've named, or that you guys have named. I'm feeling an infield vibe here. Give me Jorge Posada.
Okay.
Valid pick. So
Okay.
you're the only picks that actually fit the draft were your first three.
All right, got to go back to good old
so
Snooki.
with my next pick, I want Snooki.
I'll take the Keto Guido. Give me Vinny.
So I need to know for research purposes. Do you have those names pulled up on your computer, or do you actually know them?
The Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
I know a lot about the Jersey Shore. Me and my wife are very into raunchy reality TV.
Raunchy
Very much
is the
so.
correct term. Like the only one I knew that you named was Mike the Situation, and
No,
that's because of the stuff outside of Jersey Shore.
I have for sure seen every episode of Jersey Shore.
All right, that's
Confirmed. And Family Vacation.
confirmed. All right, confirmed. So, what do you think our topic is? You need us to pick some more people?
The only thing I really got is, I mean, and I don't even know for sure, is I'm leaning towards infielders in baseball. I don't know all the positions of the people you named. I just know a couple of them. Like I don't know off the top of my head what positions Dion and Bo Jackson played.
You can guess what they played though.
I'm assuming outfield. Like that's where my mind goes immediately.
I'm like 90% positive they both played the outfield.
I mean, and I don't feel like it could be as simple of just baseball players. I mean, it could be, I guess, but my after 5 rounds, my guess was infielders, even though, like I said, I didn't know everybody's position.
Sure about everybody. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
you guys can keep making guesses if you want, or not guesses, but picks. Maybe it'll lead me somewhere. Probably not, because baseball sucks.
Which, for someone who says baseball sucks, certainly caught on that we were drafting baseball players.
Well, I mean,
was it Dion and Bo Jackson the giveaway too? Because they also played baseball.
Not at first. When you named Dion, hold on. Are you going to give me the topic, or are you going to keep drafting?
Do you want to just give them the topic?
Yeah.
It was just baseball players.
It was literally just baseball players.
Baseball
right
players.
on. So I mean, I was in the ballpark.
Yeah,
Yep.
literally.
When you said Dion, it kind of confirmed. Who was said before Bo Jackson? Dexter Fowler.
Yeah.
That was after.
After
I said Papa Ross after that.
Oh.
Okay, so it was Bo, and then Paul Goldschmidt was first, because that was the 3rd round.
No, Paul Goldschmidt was my 4th round pick.
He kind of made me lead towards it just being baseball players, and then it was Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt. I don't know what position Dexter Fowler played off the top of my head, but
so I progressively tried to make it an easier one for you to get. I started off with a closing pitcher, Giovanni Gallegos. He was an all-star last year.
Never heard of that fucking guy.
He was an all-star last year. Great pitcher.
No, like Paul Goldschmidt, I know, because I mean I've been to plenty of Rockies games.
Yep.
I've been to a couple of Rockies Diamondbacks games. Nolan, I of course know.
Yep.
I knew. Bo Jackson, when you said him, my mind immediately went to a 2-sport thing because I didn't know who the other 2 people were that you named at first.
Yeah.
So
Giovanni Soto was a catcher for the Cubs.
I was in the correct way. I just took it too far, I guess.
He was naming all Cardinals players.
I only named Cardinals players. Literally only named Cardinals players this year.
The only
Dylan
thing
Carlson's our outfielder. Giovanni Gallegos is our relief pitcher. Dexter Fowler, just an overpay that I'm still mad about.
Give yourself more credit because you were saying baseball up here. So the only reason why I didn't confirm is because he hadn't guessed yet. So you technically guessed it before him. This is the first time someone's guessed it in the comments, right? Right?
It was so. See, that was what I was talking about with. I think it was Joe or Jimmy. I can't remember about making it so easy that you don't get it right. Completely. So I'm like,
That's
it
why I
can't
wanted
just be
to,
baseball.
I wanted to throw in the football players to kind of mess with your head a little bit.
See, but the football players actually helped me.
Oh no, I know. I figured I picked
At the end of the day, it
the
ended
two
up helping
ones
me.
that also played baseball. Oh, we could have chose Michael Jordan.
That would have just kind of further solidified me to where I was. I mean, not. See, I don't know what position off the top of my head. I don't know what position Michael
I
Jordan
think we
played.
picked a lot of outfielders. I mean,
Yeah.
we probably picked close to 50-50 with
See,
outfielders.
I don't know
and
baseball
infielders.
enough to know, like Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado. I know what positions they play, but like those other guys, like
I don't know what position
forget it.
Jersey or Mike the Situation played or Paulie D. I don't know what position they played.
Probably right field. They don't seem like they're definitely very buff. I don't know about the athleticism.
So first base.
Yeah, manager.
Oh, the coach, base coach, and Grandpa Ross was the catcher for the Cubs when they won the World Series.
Yeah, when you got your first two picks, I was like, I didn't go into this planning on picking Jersey Shore character people. You guys picked your first two picks. I was like, I don't know. Let's just this name.
He's like,
popped in my head.
It's to me, Mario.
But no, it was
I
the
was
Giovanni thing. I was like, oh, Giovanni, Jersey Shore. First name that popped in my head.
I was like thinking about baseball today, and I was just like, who would be the most off the cuff that he would have no idea, and that James would probably have no idea either. I was like, Gallegos.
Yeah, you could definitely name like 99.9% of baseball players, and I would not know who they are.
Yeah, I tried to make last year's
that's
MVP.
his name.
Giovanni the Aglos.
It's Gallegos. It's Gallegos. The
Yes.
Gallegos. Okay.
Yeah.
The Aglos.
The Aglos.
The Agos.
The Egg. Ooh. I'm gonna get a Cardinals jersey that says the Agos.
But I was like, I'll put
Gotta be
last
number
year's
00, right?
MVP. I'll put last year's MVP and Nolan up there. That's got to be like the best hints I can give.
Oh, I could have went bigger and I would have been like Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire. I thought about also picking Cardinals players to kind of give it a Cardinals baseball theme, but I don't think you would have gotten that.
I'm glad I didn't think about it too much because when he said Nolan Arenado, I was like, all right, he definitely like only plays baseball. Like I don't know, this guy might like do some wild shit on the side, but like he played here for a long time, and I never heard about any of that.
Were you kind of thinking dual sport athletes for a little bit?
For a minute there, I mean, after the Bo Jackson pick, and I forget who was picked after him, but probably someone I didn't know. I was like, I don't know, these guys could have all played 5 sports.
Dexter Fowler, I think, is who he said after that. But it doesn't matter. Hey, well, we all did better this week on our guesses.
This round, not this week.
This section, whatever. So should we do another just normal draft next week?
I'd be down.
We can.
Any topics off the cusp or talk about it?
I mean, it is free agency opening up. Like, we do a free agents draft.
Best like current free agents or best free agents of all time?
Like current free agents.
Okay. Well, what if they're not free agents by the time we do the draft?
That's fair.
How about best trades of all time? I call first pick.
Biggest busts of all time.
Yeah, with the draft coming up.
Take it how you want it.
Let's do it. Biggest bust of all time. Number 1, me.
Johnny Sins. Coming all back around, full circle.
Literally.
Bringing back my original Mount Rushmore picks.
Yeah, exactly.
Bella Danger.
Yeah, but I also said Johnny Sins for Doctor.
I know. I just bring them all back.
Yeah.
They all deserve to come back. Well, we covered everything. Any last words?
Asta.
You gotta wait for the drop.
Okay.
You can't end it before the drop.
Joe, hit it.